Okay, hi everyone. My name is Keila. I'm a singer songwriter and founder of Misfit Media, and today I'm here with the incredible.
Leathewise, photographer in parentheses.
Round of applause. Round of applause. My burning question is how did you end up with your creative style? Like, what worked for you? What didn't?
So when I first started, I went on a trip to San Francisco, and I was like freshman year of high school,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just whipping out my phone like on every corner, taking pictures. Like I mean, I was like interested in it, kind of, not too
Mm-hmm.
much, but that trip really elevated my interest and piqued my interest. I was taking pictures of just pedestrians, people crossing the road,
Mm-hmm.
just like your average like Visco
I love that.
2016. But yeah, and I was doing that a lot, and I got into like off the rip, I was like a little bit more of an alternative style, alternative for like what I thought it was, like black and white, you
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
like a VW filter, like Rio de Janeiro or
Love.
whatever. And I eventually like processing that trip and processing what I fell in love with about photography. I eventually realized it was people and taking pictures of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think generally, I'm also just the type of person to love responsiveness and love not validation. That makes me sound like a narcissist, but like
No, I
I just
understand.
love when I make something and I present it and it gets applauded. I mean, I think everybody does.
Of course,
And
yeah.
so off rip and going on that trip, like I was sharing those photos with friends and they were giving me high praise, and eventually I got a camera from a pawn shop in Vegas. When I got the camera though, it was the beginning of COVID.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I had all this passion and little to no like space to create,
Yeah.
as we all know with the pandemic. But I had no space to create, so I kind of just found myself on like YouTube, just constantly just watching photography and living vicariously through other artists.
Mm-hmm.
And my biggest inspiration for photography, I think I based like all the gear I bought around her, my original shoot style, dating
Mm-hmm.
back to like 2020. When did I start? Like 2020.
Yeah, yeah.
At this point, I was doing it as a hobby, and I was just like super interested in it. And I was actually wrapping up my senior year and getting ready to head off to school at Stanford for
Period.
economics. Thank
Period.
you. And then I went for like 1 week, and I was like, yeah, I'm
Valid.
not. I'm an artist. And so basically, I was obsessed with Jessica Kobasi. I based off of my all of my work off of her at the time. I got the same camera as her.
Mm.
Eventually, when I outgrew that pawn shop camera, um, and it was like it's very like pretty. It's very pretty work. It's very soft, very glowy. But it was still not kind of the mainstream at the time. Before 2025, which is when I actually started, it was that style. Just, like no lights, just natural lighting,
Mm-hmm.
very pretty, very soft. And then I think what happened was I actually put down the camera for like 3 years. Like I did not touch the camera. I had it as a hobby up until 2022, and then from 2022 to 2025, I did not pick up the camera because even though I was like, yeah, let me not go to Stanford because I'm an artist, I still wasn't fully motivated to pursue the art, especially since I don't come from a background of artists. My family aren't artists. My dad's a roofer, and my mom's a
Right.
saleswoman. So I have like, there's nothing in my family at all to do with art, and so it's very practical, and it's very. I mean, a lot of people will look at the industry and will look at creativity and they'll just be like, that's a whole nother world. And that's how
Yeah.
I was. I was like, it's a whole nother world. It's a space that like you cannot penetrate. You like it's just there. The people who are in it are lucky, and blah 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 blah. But
Mhm.
that's what I got into. And plus, I did move out of my parents' home at 16 to move to Vegas. So I was kind of in that survival mode
Right.
um, of having to work. I was working as a lifeguard and I was working at Five Guys as a
Mm.
manager. Burn manager.
Period.
Period. Um, and so I was doing that forever. And it was just redundant, obviously. I met my husband in 2025, and um, very, we had a very intense start to our relationship, very like passionate, very like much lovey-lovey, very much
Oh.
like trips and stuff. But he came to Vegas, and then at the end of the summer, because he was in school, so he moved to Vegas for the summer. And we were
Mhm.
doing long distance. He met me on TikTok. He was like sliding in my DMs on TikTok,
Oh my
and then
god.
I know, right? And then he's like, "I want to fly out to meet you." So he comes out for like a week trip, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Right? Okay, I feel
right.
it.
I was like, I can't do long distance. I'm not gonna do long distance. I can't. We either have to break up or you have to like come here extremely often or move here. And he's like, I'll just move here for the summer. I was like, okay. And so he moved here to Vegas. He moved to Vegas for the summer, and it was all fun and dandy. And the summer flew by so fast, and I was like, oh my god, it's ending. What are we gonna do? And I was like, you know what? I'll just move back to Tennessee with you, and I'll break my lease, whatever. I moved to Tennessee and I'm doing the stay at home thing, and I am like, cannot get out of bed. And my husband sees it and he's like, you need to fall in love with something and you need to fall in love with yourself. And we just had this big conversation, and he's like, I really want you to start doing photography again. And I was like, I don't even know anyone here. I don't have anyone to take pictures. And he was like, take pictures of me. And so I would just take pictures of him. And I think what happened was one day he was going to school, and there's this place at UTK, which where we live by. It's the college that he goes to, and it's a club called the Fashion Society.
Mhm.
And he kind of nudged me towards reaching out to them, and then I reached out to them and I started shooting with them through number one, just expanding my circle and expanding who I surround myself with, and going into that fashion society club and like reaching out to them for models, because that's what I would do is I would be like, hey, can does anyone want to model for me, blah 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 blah. And a lot of them, majority of the fashion society at UT are in alternative style,
Mhm.
so that got me into it. The people there are so cool. They got me into like different kinds of music, and I think with that came kind of my shift towards the style I'm working with now. I've always loved Y2K aesthetics. I mean, who doesn't? Nostalgia,
Right.
you know, wanting for a time that wasn't now. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
Yep.
so um, that kind of ties into my work, along with, I mean, just the things that I like and my own interests besides photography. I love fashion. I love darker aesthetics. I love like really edgy brands, and I love like a good thrift. And so I think that's kind of what pushed my style, was not only loving and having those interests, but every time it come down to stylization, it would be alternative blah 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 blah. And with that just came like, I can't shoot an alternative baddie in 2016 Visco. Like,
Right. Right.
it's not. And I also fell in love with a couple of photographers' works. My main one being Jack Bridlin. I don't know if you've seen it, but he did the GQ cover with Robert Pattinson, with like
Yes.
this, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I've
I
seen it.
fell in love with that. I fell in love with that lighting. I fell in love with hard lighting and the colors of that. And that's kind of the world I got into then. And then everything since, I mean, we all are just an accumulation of everything we've ever loved and ever consumed. So,
Oh, that's beautiful.
thank you. Yeah, so I think between shooting alternative people, loving Jack Bridlin's work, and going into that kind of obsession with lighting and how can I achieve this, how can I achieve that. And I love pushing myself to my limits. I love when I see an image that I can't understand, I spend like hours on it trying to decode it.
I love
I
that.
It's such a good practice for any artist too, just like consuming other work and decoding what it means, how they do it, why they're doing it,
Yeah.
etc. The style that I'm working with now, it's developed around, I'd say, about the last 2 years. That's when I've been really going hard at it, from beginning of 2025 till now, so year and a half around. And I mean, I'm still developing my style. I'm still wanting. I don't think I'll ever be satisfied. Period. I don't
Yeah.
think I'll ever be satisfied. I'll always want more. I'll always want to work harder. I'll always want to achieve more. Till the day I die, I tell everyone I want to die with a camera in my hand. I do not care. Drop dead in the
Love.
studio. Like, I'm sorry to whoever's
Love.
modeling that day, but
Ah.
I'm gonna be happy. So whatever.
Yeah, fair. I mean, it's your passion, right? So like, it
Yeah.
just fills your mind like constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So
One hundred
I
percent.
love that.
It is all I can think about, and everything that happens it just always comes back to it. I have never in my life even understood people when they talk like that and be like that passionate, and then it just hit me like a truck. Like last year, it
Yeah.
just hit me like a truck. I picked up that camera when my husband told me to, and I have not put it down ever since.
That's
It has been every day.
that is like actually so beautiful. Like the fact that like, you know, he pulled you out with your passion.
Hmm.
That is how he pulled you out of that state. That's incredible. Like
I
that's
know.
actually so
Yeah.
beautiful.
So it really did save me
Yeah.
to an extent, and it still does every day. I have never been so optimistic and so just loving life. And
Yeah.
even like to the extent where it gets like spiritual. Like I'm not like fucking million followers, big like cover of
Right.
Vogue, cover of GQ, but I have found immense success in the time that I've been operating. I have jumped from I think I was at like when I first when my husband told me to pick up the camera, I was at like 200 followers and like 9 likes per post. And then now I'm at like what 4,700 followers, like
Mm-hmm.
pretty steady jump. One of my last posts got I think 20,000 likes or something like that, and
Wow.
I know, and I like celebrated that. Especially because I know like using those metrics aren't the most beneficial because it completely unstable. But I think I'm just trying to prove something to myself
Mm-hmm.
because back in like 2022, I was a thirst trap TikToker.
Weren't we all? It was
Weren't we all?
so
Weren't we
bad.
all? And I had like this video proving my height that got like 9 million views. Yeah, I know. And like Lizzo liked it and shit. And
Lizzo,
like Lizzo,
girl, what are you doing here?
no, literally, because I'm 6'4", so that and especially like
Really?
2022, yeah, she's tall.
Oh,
Um,
period.
but especially in 2022 when like the whole like I don't know, these boys were like going heavy on the like, oh, I want a tall goth mommy mommy, like shut the fuck up.
Right?
Um,
Yeah.
but that's what blew up, and I think I really like it wasn't healthy,
Mm-hmm.
like the way I was treating social media at the time, and I really wanted to prove to myself, and I still do want to prove to myself that I can like be noticed for greater things than just my appearance or my height or my body or
Right.
whatever superficial thing comes next.
We're in a toxic year,
Oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
decade. It's
We're in a toxic
disgusting.
lifetime, girl.
Girl, yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad.
What I really want to do is my husband, he's a computer science major,
Oh wow.
and I really want to find a way to integrate technology in the arts and create community resources for kids to be able to um, have a third space that
Mm-hmm.
promotes them to do whatever they want to, whether it's just playing video games, like becoming a competitive like esports gamer, or um, coding or photography or like any kind of art, videography, like you name it, and I want to implement it into this dream of mine. But I definitely want, that's where I want to take my work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the most important thing, which is funny of me to say because my work isn't necessarily like, oh my god, that's so politically inclined and oh wow, like, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like it's hot people. It's at the
Right?
end of the day, it's hot people. But I still think that the themes of my work, um, if you dive deep enough, you'll find meaning that pulls back and like sees things in a broader perspective. A lot of people sometimes don't understand the themes when I go for them. Usually, when I go for like the Americana aesthetic, people are like, boo! But I'm like, it's not coming from a place that's hyper patriotic and loving the state of the world or the state of the country that is currently happening, but it's more of commentary on kind of. I love being able, and then kind of like Slater
Oh,
to say, love
yeah.
Slater.
Love Slater.
She plays into that Americana like trailer park trash aesthetic so well,
Yes.
and just the way she does it and her team executes it, it's almost in an ironic sense
Yes.
of
Yeah.
like this America that doesn't exist. And I
Mm.
think when people see that, they even are more conscious of the fact that how far we've come from what America is supposed to be. I love tying things that scare me into my work. I use it as kind of exposure therapy a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
I love stepping out of my comfort zone and I love using it to push myself to be so far from what I once was
I
that
love that.
I'm completely unrecognizable in the best sense of what I'm saying. How do you think your personal experience in the world has shaped your work? I mean, obviously, immensely, but like, what ways can you call out specifically?
Me going to like film school was actually such a eye opener
Mm-hmm.
because I always wanted to do music since I was a kid, but then I was like, no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm meant to be in film. And I was so like I had such bad anxiety that like, going to film school and they're like, "Here, you're directing actors." I was like, "Oh shit." Like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't know what the fuck to say to them."
Um, yeah.
um like girl pose, like I don't know. Like
Girl, oh, I was thinking about the question that you had about what terminology in photography to use the most in directing models, and I literally was at the bar with my friend. I was at like a bar and girl. I was like eating my little ranch fries, and I was like reading it. And I was like, the only thing I can think about is that's cunt.
period.
That's cunt. Like I
You
can
could say
like
that. Yeah.
I say that so much on shoots. That's the number one reason I can't work with families. Cause like little Timmy's gonna be posing with mommy and her pregnant belly and be like, cut.
That's cunt. Keep it up.
That's
Not
cunt,
cunt.
Timmy.
Not cunt.
That's cunt.
Not cunt. Not cunt. Move.
Not cunt, not cunt.
Not cunt.
But I think what I was like thinking was like that's kind is kind of my way of affirming a model of telling them what's working and what's not.
Mhm.
And then on the and like on the opposite side, I'll be like, that's not so kind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Fair.
that's
If
like
you
fun.
like if any photographer ever used that terminology with me, I would instantly feel comfortable and safe.
Oh,
Like,
100%. And I think also it's like calling the herd. Like, if you're not comfortable with me saying that's cut, I don't know if we're, I don't know if
I
we
don't
should
know.
be, I don't know who you voted for.
Yeah, literally. What are your favorite types of shoots and why? Like, so that could be like indoor, outdoor, studio, set build type vibe.
I love a good set build.
Mm.
Um, I think my roots and where I'm always going to go back to is low key urbexing,
Mm.
and exploring abandoned um, urban settings.
Oh,
I
love.
I know. I love a good illegal shoot.
Me
I
too.
love a good illegal shoot. I love a good. Oh my god, are we gonna get caught?
Like, bitch, run. Like, we gotta
Like, bitch,
go.
run! Like, you better get in those 6-inch heels and you better sprint, mama.
Like, did you
Like,
hear that ghost? Yes or no?
yes or
Type
no.
beat. Like,
Also, like, even the not abandoned stuff and like asking for permission and stuff like that. It's so fun. I love
yeah.
meeting people. I love being like, hey, I'm sorry. I also like am like a serial liar when it comes to at least Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville, Tennessee, when I'm looking for a location, I do not go to UT, but I'll be like, oh, I'm a UT student and it's for a project.
Oh,
Um,
period.
and like they'll just open their doors and it's so fun.
Period.
But if I say like, oh my god, this is just like a cunt ass shoot with a cunt ass model who's like serving face and serving bod, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I think I just went to Chicago and shot in this abandoned theater that was built in the 20s. Giant theater. I can't wait to post those pictures.
I can't wait to
Um,
see them.
like it was so gorgeous. The owners of it, they were like doing a documentary on the entire building. They're turning it into a rave venue. Hello? I love
Oh
a good
my
rave.
god. I
I
love a good
love a good
rave.
rave. And that's another thing is I think my work is extremely inspired by kind of what's going on in the electronic scene. Um, my best friend, Sam, who goes by Goochums on Spotify. Self plug. Um,
Period. Period.
but he is an electronic producer and musician, and he actually started working with me very early on in my career, from someone from the Fashion Society because she had like one of the biggest Two Hollis fan page accounts,
Period.
and like he was like he was like following it, and then I guess like they started being friends, and so he saw our shoot and he was like, oh yeah, I need that to be, and so now I do all of his like album cover rollout singles,
Love, love.
pictures, and that's the avenue of work that I love working in. I love music more than
Mm.
anything. That is my main drive. Besides video games, music is going to be my number one inspiration, especially
Love.
electronic music.
Yeah, I saw one of your posts, so I wonder if you're gonna say the same thing as this. But what is your coolest or most outrageous photo shoot story?
So you want to talk about the tank? I'm trying to think if there's anyone that tops the tank. Um, but the tank's not even real. Like the tank story isn't even real.
Period. That's okay. I love a good fib.
Love a good fib. I mean, gotta get the views.
Yeah.
The mugshot's real, but
Period. I
um,
love a good mugshot.
love a good mugshot. With the story with the tank though, it was off. It wasn't. It was trespassing for sure, and we had to like really rush that shit. I think we went like maybe a mile past it, stopped on the side of the road. I had my model's boyfriend hold a light. I had my husband hold a light, and then I was kind of using them as like little man light stands.
Love.
And then I was like, we're gonna rush onto this tank, and we're gonna have like 10 minutes before the cops come. So that we
Love.
did. And then an alarm did go off, and it was the alarm that immediately calls the cops. So we did sprint off, but I did not get arrested. I had this shoot, and I was like inspired by a shot I saw of like water being thrown on someone, and I needed to get it done, but I only had my husband help me besides the model,
Mm.
and I needed water from the other direction. And so we go, I'm like, Cooper is my husband's name. I'm like, Cooper, can you like get a neighbor and see if they can throw water on our like half naked model? Um, which I'm like so desensitized to this shit that like that doesn't even sound crazy to me anymore.
I love
And so
that.
I didn't even think about like, oh, maybe like that would like make someone feel weird. But it was like this super like Chad frat bro that he picked out. I'm like, great, you brought the best one. Thanks, babe. Um,
Thanks, babe.
thanks, babe.
Right.
And he comes down and he's immediately like on edge. And he throws the water once. He's like, "Am I done yet?" And I was like, "Oh, we should try one more time." And so we try one more time. And then he was just so weird about it. And he was like, I think like 2 weeks after that, he was coming home drunk from McDonald's or some shit. And we saw him outside, and he was like, "Dude, I'm a Christian. Like I don't want to throw water on a guy. His package was half out. No, he has low-rise jeans on. You're so dramatic." But like that happened, and then like 2 weeks after that, him and his girlfriend were fighting, and I was in the car, and my husband was coming out of the house, and I just opened the door and be like, "What's going on?" Like anyone would. Like it's
Right.
a couple fighting, and so I guess somehow the girl upstairs with her Superman hearing heard me ask that, and it's the guy who helped us on the shoot, and she opens the door and she's like, "Fuck you both." I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, pissed as fuck. I'm like, I'm going upstairs and I'm getting my damn apology. Like, you don't just yell at me. And so
Yeah.
she's like, she goes into, so she has an apartment right next to his apartment, and so she
Hmm.
goes into her apartment, and she's like, fuck you and all the orgies you're having in your apartment
What?
from the from me having a shoot with a shirtless model. And then
Wow.
apparently I'm having full blown orgies, I guess. But
Yes, you heard it here first.
you heard it here first.
Leathewise orgy photo
Leathewise,
shoot.
eyes wide shut.
That's insane. Like that's
Yeah.
the assumption. That's
And
the
then she like fully got like transphobic. And then was like, "You're a man," spat in my face.
Please tell me you
And
punched her.
oh, I wanted to so bad. But I already had one mugshot, girl.
I'll do it next time.
And
Just
then
call
I was like,
me.
you know what? She was like, "If you come near me, I'm gonna call the cops." And then she spits on me. I'm like, okay, so now I'm gonna call the cops. And I'm not a cop caller. Like I'm a brawler. Like pull up.
Right.
But I mean, if you want to be a cop caller, I can pull a white chicks moment. Um, and so I called the cops, and then I was like, and then she was like begging me. She's like, "I'm having a BPD episode," and I was like, "Oh, I got it. I have BPD too. Whatever." But
Yeah, but like, fuck that bitch.
like also, I wouldn't spit on someone. Like what
No,
the
the
fuck?
fuck? Like use your words, sure, I guess. But like as
I'd
soon as
rather I would rather be fucking hit in the jaw than spat on. That is
yeah,
disgusting.
I don't know what
That
she's
shit was
got.
so good. No, literally, that's what I said to the cops. Um, and then and then she like got me like a Starbucks gift card or something because I didn't press charges. But yeah, I guess that's another crazy story about a shoot.
Wow.
Who would you say going to inspiration? Who would you say are like your main inspirations? You said you love music your whole life. What
Yeah.
got you? Who got you into music? Who got you into film?
Okay, I will say my first crush ever was Adam Lambert.
Me too.
Stop.
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 Stop. That's crazy. I oh my god, middle school is that's he's like how I realized I was queer.
Yeah,
Like,
my mom was like, Keila, he's gay. And I'm like, okay, but that doesn't mean like anything. Like I can still love him.
the girls want yaoi.
Yeah,
The girls
exactly.
want yaoi.
Like Adam Lambert, I just knew that like I wanted to sing like him. And then
Yeah.
Gaga, I started watching Gaga
I
because
mean,
of course.
yeah, of course.
And those
Adam
are
Lambert's vocals, like
oh, he has a new song
such
out.
I how the fuck he's not like A list to the like still top of charts is like confounding to me because his vocals are some of the best male vocals you'll find
Ever.
out in the industry right now. Ever.
Ever. It's insane. Like I still like when I was in film school, okay, I was like having a hard time. I was real depressed. I wanted to drop out. It was like nonstop work from
Mhm.
like 4 o'clock in the morning to like
Mhm.
12, like crazy hours. And so I was like, nah, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit. And then one day I was like, I saw Adam Lambert on my Spotify, and I hadn't listened to him in a little bit. And then I put it on, and I was like, oh, I'm a bad bitch. Like,
I'm
I'll be
never gonna
fine.
quit.
I'll be
I'm
fine.
never gonna quit. I'll be fine.
But
Literally.
yeah, those are my inspirations. I think it's also like, I will say this till the day that I die. The music that you listen to or have listened to growing up shapes the kind of person that you are today. Because, like, my
100%.
beliefs are totally aligned with, like, Gaga and Adam Lambert.
100%. 100%. I mean, the person I grew up on, like listening from like 11 years old and standing her till I was like, I mean, I still enjoy her. But Lana Del Rey, maybe not the best for an 11-year-old.
Okay, but, like, we all kind of
Yeah.
had her young. Like,
Yeah. Like I was like, it was so bad. Like, I mean, you're so goaded to be able to be like, oh, Lady Gaga born this way, and then it like is actually inspiring. No, mine was like Lana Del Rey, and I'm sitting at the back of my chemistry class looking at my 50-year-old married chemistry teacher, like,
you're like, let me get that.
let me get that.
Go, go play a video game.
Video thing.
Like, yeah, no, I get it though. Like, that's a very
Yeah,
particular vibe. Like,
and like it got me into art, and it got me. I think my favorite favorite subgenre of art is just tragedy.
yeah,
Is pain.
yeah,
I love a good tragic story. I love a good pain story. If I'm sobbing, you're getting a 5 on Letterboxd.
yeah.
Like, you're getting added to my following on Spotify. If I'm crying, like that's my immediate like, yeah,
I want to feel
I love it.
gutted.
I want to feel gutted. I want to feel like I just went through the most traumatic thing of my life, but I didn't. Like
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's like being able to feel pain without the repercussions of it.
yes. If you're making art and people aren't feeling anything, what's the point, you know? What is your favorite lens to use or like equipment? It could be anything.
So I actually only have one lens and one body.
Wow.
I do not know how photographers like keep track of like 20 lenses and like 7 bodies. Um, but a like anything you can get your hands on, I think works. And I just use a 24 to 72.8 lens. Um, Extremely versatile and industry standard for fashion work and editorial stuff.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it works. If I need a wide angle, I have a wide angle. If I need a neutral angle, get a neutral angle. If I need to go long, I can go long. Um, and then for my camera, I did upgrade recently to a Canon R5 Mark II.
Ooh.
Um, I know, which is like a mirrorless, and it's been working for me so well. But I think that's what I use for my lens and my body. And then I'd say besides that, my favorite piece of gear, I have I think 3 Westcott FJ400s. They're just strobes, but they're extremely reliable. Photos by Neftali. He's an amazing photographer. I think we were talking about how I shoot on Westcotts and he used to, and he sent me 2 batteries of his old Westcotts,
Mm-hmm.
and like that has changed the game. Like batteries, I love a good battery. I love a good
Yes.
power. I hate having to worry about my shit dying. So the FJ400s are really reliable. I have the older versions, and I have worked with the newer ones, and those ones are just crazy. Like I can't even imagine being on any kind of shoot that's gonna where those are gonna die.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
plus, I use them for studio too. They're extremely versatile because I can use them in studio, and then I just what to pack them up and take them to a location. Like I love a good mobile strobe. So
Love.
that's gotta be my number one for sure. I rarely ever use anything new.
Yeah.
Mostly because I love a bargain,
Oh, period.
but
Yeah, me too.
also because I mean, if it worked for someone for 2 years, it should work for me for another two. So,
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
video games, I definitely. I mean, I grew up on video games. I think I was like 7 years old on an Xbox playing like Dance Dance Revolution or whatever,
Love.
and then I was like a Call of Duty kid,
Oh,
and
uh huh.
And so the like aesthetics in video games you'll definitely see in my work. I'll literally drive around GTA until I find a spot that I'm like, in real life this could be really cunty for a shoot. And then I go around Knoxville or wherever I'm at and I drive around until I find a place similar.
I love that. Like, that
Thank you.
is crazy. I love that so much.
And I mean, I'm sure it's gonna work even better for me when I actually live in LA, which GTA 5 takes place in, and then
Yeah.
I'll be able to be like, yeah, I'm gonna be like, I know this city like the back of my hand.
I love LA. Like,
I'm Rachel Sennett.
literally,
Thank you.
like when I went there for like a little visit, and I my first words were like, of course I quoted Miley Cyrus, and
Hop
then
on a plane to LAX, my dream and my cardigan.
period
Yeah,
feature.
right. Vocal fry. No, LA is like there's something in the air.
Yeah,
I swear
it
to
looks
God.
like GTA. I mean, of course.
It looks like DJ. I mean, okay,
I mean,
but I mean, Don.
trying to explain LA to somebody who's never been is like,
Yeah.
you sound like you're on drugs, but like
No,
you're like,
literally.
no, like it changed my life. Like
You immediately turn into like an LA piece of shit. Like you don't even get it. Like
you don't
LA,
even
like
know, like,
you don't even know, dude.
like
But I mean, I'm sure it's like kind of similar in Toronto, right? It's a big city.
I hate it.
Oh.
Sorry. What is your editing process?
It's a lot of playing around. I love
Mhm.
a good playing around. I mean, I think that's what makes editing enjoyable. I think if it was like, um, oh, I need to get my image to look like this, and I had to like specifically tune my like settings and my color grading and my lighting to be exactly like an inspiration. I feel like that would take a lot of the enjoyment out of it.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, I love a good playing around. My biggest thing when somebody asks me for like editing advice is masking. Definitely masking. I love a good multi-toned image. I love
Yes.
a good image where like the blues pop, the reds pop, like and just in the perfect way and um being able to see a whole spectrum of color in an image and going into like I like do almost pixel by pixel. I edit controversial again and again with people questioning my process. I edit completely on an iPad.
Period.
My,
Period.
I don't even know how to use my computer's Lightroom or Photoshop. It's bad, but
No, I mean
um,
it's not bad because
yeah,
your finished product is a
thank
finished
you. But
product.
it's so fun. It's like I'm like in a coloring book because I literally go like pixel by pixel, eyelash by eyelash, and edit the lighting of it and the color of it, and it's like so fun to me. I get a little crazy in it, and then it takes me like 4 images for one or 4 hours for like one image.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fun, and I think that's what I love about my editing process. Um, and a lot of the times, like not, I think like GTA and video games, the a big also part of the inspo other than concept is color.
Mhm.
I love the color of video games. I always have. I love the color of like PS2 video games and like the older stuff. But also like GTA loading screens. Going back to that again, like they're very colorful. They're very vibrant, and they're very like multi-toned, and I
Yeah.
love that.
I
So I
love
think
that.
that goes into like my um, editing process.
I love
Yeah.
that.
What would you say is your process like? What does pre-production look like from someone who's been to film school and like academically trained?
It was kind of toxic. Like my usually I would, collaborate with the director, and before I even got the film, I'm preparing for it. I'm writing down all of the text or
Mm-hmm.
fonts that we're going to use, the color correction,
Mm-hmm.
contacting animators sometimes. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
running all this, making sure all the media is offloaded every night. Like it was crazy, but like I think the longer you do it, for film editing, it's like insane. Like the programs
Mm-hmm.
are just too much. The longer you do it, it gets more comfortable. But my like main thing I had to do every day, I would edit in the middle of the night when nobody was at the school.
Mhm.
Okay? I would get my coffee, close the door, and I would usually put on some pop diva to join me while I'm offloading the media. And then
Mhm.
that set me up for like a good time because it wasn't always enjoyable, right? Like
Yeah.
your media might crash and then you have to figure out how to
Yeah.
like, and it was just toxic. It was
No, yeah, I hate I mean, I think that's like the least enjoyable part of the job for me is just the technical stuff.
mhm.
Um but I mean, I love a lot of parts of the process, but when it comes down to like file distribution and uploading and all that shit, it's just drowning. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think finding a groove into it really helps too, and like having like your own little things that you like, and like making it like a ritual, like how you did.
Yes.
It's very helpful.
Yeah. It makes it more comfortable because you're always gonna deal with some kind of challenge, and it's like how
Hmm.
can you pre deal with that challenge? You have to be in a good mood. If you're in
Hmm.
a terrible mood, when your shit crashes, you're just gonna be like, "Oh fuck it," and then like smash the
No,
computer.
literally.
Like, is there anything else that you want people to know about your photography, your life? Literally anything that you've wanted to say.
Um, no, no, I'm kidding. But I think with my photography, I mean, and life in general, it's just, I mean, it sounds corny, but like, don't fucking give up.
Mhm.
And like, every single artist in the world has to bite the bullet at some point and handle the rough life, but the payoff is astronomically insane. And
Mhm.
everything that someone could possibly dream has already happened and can happen to them. I think life is so much more possible, just generally, than
Yes.
everybody thinks it is. And I think that no matter what your goal is, like as long as you're consistent and as long as you don't abandon your motivation and as long as you don't get into that fucking mindset of like, oh, I just have to do what's normal or I just have to do what everybody else is doing. Like once you get out of that chokehold,
Mhm.
then like it's a whole nother world. And like the world of art and the world of like everything and all these things you go to the movies for. I mean, especially coming from like a small town and like the only thing we have is like movies and music. Like we don't see any of it in real life. Like it seems so far away, yet it is literally so close.
Yeah.
It's so close and it can happen in any community, it can happen in any environment. It just depends on the person and how bad you want it.
Yeah. True.
And it's also
That's
like forcing yourself to want something. Like like I think everybody should want something to that extent of like I will do anything I can do to achieve my dreams. Like no
yeah.
matter what it is. I don't care what anybody's passion is as long as they have a passion.
True. That was so like beautifully said because like I once I realized like obviously I'm still an indie artist. I'm still an
Hmm.
indie
Hmm.
musician. But once I like realized I was like, "Oh, like I don't have to be somebody to make a song.
Yeah,
Like I
literally.
can do that. I can just do
Hmm.
that and put it out.
Hmm.
Like nobody's
Hmm.
going to tell me no."
And that's
And
also the
like
good thing about social media is like even though you're not putting it out with a label, you're putting it out in that kind of regard. You're still putting it out for a lot of people to see,
mhm.
potentially, and a lot of people to fall in love with. And I mean, I think with my friend, and we were at the restaurant bar last night. I was talking to them about this interview, and they're like, we all agreed, like, oh my god, this is like a genius idea,
Yeah.
like a mutual interview, like that's like genius.
I love it.
Um,
I love it.
and it's so mutually beneficial and I can't
mhm.
wait to see what you do with this project. Like
I'm
this is
gonna
like I'm
do
so
you so
excited.
good. Do you so
I'm
good.
so excited.
Well, like the original root of this idea was, I've been working on my career for so long
Mhm.
and it's really hard to like make connections or like
Mhm.
talk to press and whatever. And I was like sitting there and I was like there are so many creative corners of just in general of people who are involved in everything. Like, say music, like photographers are involved,
Mm-hmm.
directors,
It's all
like artists,
interlinked. It's all interlinked.
everything. But I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen interviews of like, or very few of,
Mm-hmm.
a photographer explaining their story, or like,
Mm-hmm.
directors who haven't like had like a film that was huge. Like, they don't just
Mm-hmm.
sit down.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to give them a voice and also give myself a voice. Why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Literally. Literally, as you should.
Thank you.
As you
Thank
should.
you.
I think what you're doing here is amazing. I think everybody I meet is amazing. I think life really throws the right people in my direction and has been for the past year. And I very much can clock when somebody is gonna have immense success. And I really feel it in my bones with you, and I feel it in my
Oh my
bones
god,
with.
stop.
Of course. No, of course. I mean, it's just crazy. People have so much potential, and even like if you're watching this, like if this is coming up on your feed, you've started in the right direction of being a part of this world and like being interested in it and coming to watch this with that open mind of learning and hearing and experiencing to the point where your experiences shape who you are and your experiences shape your um, future however you let it shape it.
Mm,
And I think that what you're doing is going to be extremely beneficial to a lot of the younger people in the scene, a lot of the newer people in the scene, and not even the younger people, because there's still people who are 30, 40, 50 who
mm,
are like snapping back into like reality of like, oh, I have control over my life and I can do what I always planned and I can do what I dreamed of since I was like a little kid. And I think that's beautiful. I think that no matter what age you are, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, starting that route to finding who you are and what you love is so valuable and so amazing. Just
yes.
amazing, amazing, amazing. I've been getting so much slack from like not slack, but I mean yeah, I have been getting some slack from like the older, more established creatives, and they're like, you gotta adapt with the industry, and I'm like, I think the beautiful part of being a part of something that big is the fact that you can change it
Yes.
and the fact that you can influence it. And that's the whole point of art is making things that are like I see a lot of photographers who use AI and their stuff is good. It's good, but it's not there. It's not here.
Yes.
It's not here. It's lacking that connection. It's lacking that bridge. It's lacking the humanity.
Exactly.
Like you can
Yeah.
have a cool concept, but like I mean, and you can fool me all you want about if it's AI or not, and maybe I won't be able to see if it's AI, but I promise you, people can feel it.
Yeah. I totally understand. I just, as an artist, I don't think if I ever used AI in any piece of my work, I would not be able to sit with myself. I'd be like, this is not mine.
Yeah.
I didn't put in the work to do this. Like, even
No,
if I collaborate with somebody, it's a
no.
human, and I straight up, I'm like, did you use AI? Yes or no? Because I
Yes
need
or
to
no.
know now. Because
Yes
I'm
or
gonna
no.
drop it. Like, I
Yeah.
will drop it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
And
so
I think
damaging for the
it's
newer.
so sad that it's a controversial take too.
Yeah, it's so
And
damaging.
like I mean, obviously, there's a billion things that are more damaging to the environment,
Uh huh.
and a lot more industries that are having a chokehold over our environmental decline. But I mean, whatever is contributing to it is still contributing to it.
Yes.
And I hate when people are like, "Oh, but you do this that contributes to it." Like, okay, but if I'm cutting out one thing, that's a good start.
Yeah.
And if I'm not promoting one thing, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Like, at the very least, there's going to be one person who sees this and sees me talking that I don't about how we don't like AI, and then says like, oh, maybe it's not that good. Maybe it doesn't
Yeah.
help creatives. Maybe it does take away from other people's work and literally generate slop that's an accumulation of a bunch of artists' creation.
Yeah.
Like,
To anyone listening, you don't need AI to feel
No,
satisfied with your work.
no.
Even if you think it looks bad or it sounds bad, you still did it, and you get to sit with that you did all that shit on your own and didn't use AI.
Literally, all you need to do and have and be to make art is human. And that's, you just gotta be human. Yep.
That is so well said and so
Thank you
quickly
so
put.
much.
I love
The aliens in our upper atmosphere are judging me right now. They're like, eat, ow, eat, ow. I'm sorry. Ooh, ow.
We issue our apology.
We issue our apology. Tell me what they want to hear. Tell me what we want to hear. Tell me what you want to say. Who are you? What are you doing? Where are we?
Where are we?
What is this? Ah!
What is this? I think I'm super grateful for how much traction I've gotten so far. Like, I'm not talking about numbers or streams.
Yeah.
I have people that are just so incredibly supportive and understand the messages that I'm trying to put out. And, like, I have a bunch of little fans. They're, like, no more than, like, 16 years old. And it makes me so happy to see that, like, I'm their, like, Taylor Swift, I guess. Like, it's so...
Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity any day.
Yes. So, like, it's such a surreal feeling. And I think that, like, if anybody listens to my music or, you know, sees my art, I just hope that they can connect with it in some kind of way. Because I don't rush shit. I don't AI shit. I try to put as much emotion into it. Music videos are coming, so you can actually fully understand the point.
Perfect. Can't wait.
But yeah, I hope that I feel like a lot of the theme that I get from people who listen to my music are like, you know, they're going through a lot. So as anyone, right? And they kind of connect with Freak Show in a way where, like, my storytelling is that you can be whoever the fuck you want to be. You know what I mean? And I think that has been inspirational for, like, a lot of the younger listeners, and it makes me so happy. I mean, gosh, your guys' stories are so fucking sad when you send them to my DMs. Like, girl, I'll be crying all night. Like, it's really rewarding to see that. Like, I don't care if I have 10 monthly listeners and somebody's feeling it in some type of way, and it's giving them a little semblance of hope. That's what I love. But yeah,
hope of it all.
Just stay
the hope
true.
of it all.
The hope of it all. Stay true to you.
Stay true to you. Be who you are for your pride. Happy Pride Month, y'all.
Happy Pride Month. Thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of Artist versus Artist. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.